Another horrific anti-Semitic terror attack on the U.S. soil. This one allegedly committed by a migrant, green-lighted by the Biden administration despite having violated his rules of entry. So will this strengthen the administration's case against attempts by lower courts to restrict its immigration agenda? Joining us now is Fox News legal analyst Gregg Jarrett. Greg, good to see you. You know, what I've been hearing over the past 24 hours since news came out of the attack is basically, are we turning into Paris or London or these other countries in Europe in which Islamic jihadists are having open meetings in the streets and creating all kind of havoc? I mean, it appears, at least politically, and of course you can answer the judicial question, will the judicial answer to the problem that we now have be strengthened by these terror attacks?
Oh, David, I think it will. This isn't just obviously a hate crime. The FBI is investigating this as an act of terrorism, and legally, absolutely, it fits the statutory definition. Arson to advance a social or political objective and intended to intimidate or coerce the civilian population there in Boulder. Well, that's exactly what happened here, and the penalty under federal law, up to 30 years behind bars. But this is, I think, David, yet another example of how Joe Biden has blood on his hands for inviting anybody and everybody, including dangerous foreigners and terrorists, into the United States. No standards, no vetting, no tracking. We have done countless stories on Fox News on innocent victims who've been raped, beaten, and murdered. Trump is trying to reverse it. But this heinous crime in particular in Boulder reflects an alarming pattern of violence driven by ugly anti-Semitism. It is most prevalent on college campuses. Yeah. Just read Harvard's own report, in which they concluded that the university had not only condoned but encouraged the harassment and targeting and violence against Jews.
But again, you have these lower courts that are coming in. I mean, the most important job description I think that the president has is commander-in-chief, keeping this country safe from attacks. And yet that right that the president has, that right to be the authority when it comes to national security, is being usurped by these lower courts. I'm just wondering if the upswell of opinion by Americans who don't want their country to be like England or like what's happening in France will have any effect at all on these lower court decisions.
Yeah, well, not on the lower court decisions, because those judges are so riven with bias that they'll never change. But the Supreme Court, for example, recently sided with Trump and halted the TPS injunctions against him.
Yes, temporary protected status, which is what the Biden administration was using to just give everybody a pardon, essentially.
Yeah, Biden gave 500,000 migrants basically a pardon by the stroke of the pen. So logically and legally, his successor, Trump, can reverse it the same way, which he did. And Trump won in the Supreme Court on that. But it's another instance of Democrats and liberal groups, David, rushing to favorable judges to stop Trump's agenda, regardless of what the law clearly states. It's more of the same lawfare crusade against Trump. And I think for the most part, Trump will end up prevailing.
But is there any way that the Supreme Court, I know he's winning on these individual decisions, the TPS with the most recently last week, but is there any way that they can make some kind of decision, some kind of overriding decision that will stop this relentless lawfare attack by the lower courts?
2 weeks ago, May 15th, there was a full-blown Supreme Court hearing to determine whether there should be limits on these out-of-control injunctions that are issued by federal district court judges who have no authority beyond their district. And it never happened until the 1960s. Occasionally, a national injunction would arise. And then they began to increase. And the Supreme Court justices, both on the left and the right, issued scathing condemnation of that, but they never did anything about it. Well, right now, we're waiting to hear from the Supreme Court if they're going to put limits or halt it entirely.
Greg, I want to switch to this auto pen controversy, the Biden auto pen controversy, because there's so many dimensions of this that beg, if not a legal decision, at least some more inquiry. And one of them are these pardons. Just focusing on the pardons for a second. There were literally thousands of them. If the President Biden now, if he didn't know about or have the capacity to know about what these things were that somebody said, oh, we're going to use the auto pen for this, Mr. President, does that make them null and void?
It does. Auto pens, David, are legal as long as there is consent. But if Joe Biden never consented, or worse, he had no knowledge, then those documents, whether they're pardons or executive orders, as you point out, David, are null and void. If Biden was not even competent to consent, you've got the same result, null and void. The difficulty, of course, is proving it. And that's why these congressional hearings upcoming are so imperative. Who operated the auto pen? Did that person receive written authorization and verification as required? There are reports that Joe Biden was so mentally enfeebled that the presidency was commandeered by a group of senior aides calling themselves the Politburo. And if that's true, it's prima facie evidence, David, that decisions were unauthorized under the Constitution.
Well, and by the way, I don't know if he was one of the Politburo, but Hunter Biden apparently was in the Oval Office quite a bit during this time. And the big question is, could Hunter Biden have pushed the auto button on his own pardon, which of course was unprecedented, which went back. It was retroactive about 10 years. Nobody'd ever seen anything like it. If that was possible, will somebody be going to jail?
Well, it could be, because it's a fraud upon the government. You're essentially lying to the American people, and you're committing forgery, which is a crime. Right. You can always tell an auto pen, it has a unique impression and indentation. Yes. And apparently those who've looked at it say a lot of these executive orders and the pardons are all auto pens. So we deserve answers and the truth, the American people.
Imagine if Hunter pushed the auto button on his own pardon. Gregg Jarrett, good to see you, my friend. Thank you very much.